2024 absolute beast Ford F-350. And he's gonna walk us through and just tell us a little bit about it, all the different mods that have been done on it, and just how it came and what he's done. And so we're gonna let him just kind of spend a few minutes walking us through it.
Yeah, I mean, we basically bought, it was a bare bones platinum, but everything was chrome. But I wanted it murdered out, so we blacked out everything. I mean, everything was chrome that you see here. We had a chrome bumper, chrome fog lights, chrome grille, chrome Ford emblem, chrome mirror caps. The trim around the windows was all chrome. It was a chrome daddy, but we wanted it blacked out. I took it to one of the best shops here in town. We had everything paint matched. We didn't wrap it. I wanted it to last, so we paint matched everything black. After that, had a couple weeks, but I couldn't just stand to have it stock, of course, so we put it on the biggest 37s. 12.5-inch wide tires, Nittos, of course. Get that aggressive stance and look, but the road noise is not there. The wife would kill me if it was. And then we put it on the black TIS wheels, off-road wheels. Got the black spokes, of course, matching the theme. After that, we blacked out the windows. We went super dark on the window tint, but to the local law enforcement, it's definitely legal. Then moving to the back, everything was chrome back here as well. Bumper, we have the tailgate applique, which says platinum. So this was all chrome. We blacked out that. We had a chrome handle for the tailgate. We blacked that out. And then we did the big drop hitch so that we can still pull all our trailers, boats, and toys. And of course I had to get that in black, so I had to custom order that through WaySafe. That's pretty much it for the outside. I mean, I guess we did do the suspension lift. They classified as a 4-inch lift. It actually lifts at 5. It's the Ready Lift suspension. It's the newest, latest and greatest with the Falcon shocks, the adjustable shocks. Alongside, we also did the radius arms by Ready Lift. And then also, to make sure we didn't get any road sway, we did the dual steering stabilizer from Falcon, which makes a world of difference. If you're going to lift these trucks and you want it to feel smooth, soft, and ride how it should, definitely go with the dual steering stabilizer, and don't go cheap on your suspension.
Well, tell us about, like a lot of times when I see these come off the assembly line, the back end is raised up and they need to do a leveling kit. Is that still something they have to do? Did yours come pre-leveled?
Yep.
Or did you have to do that as well?
Nope, I had to do that as well. When they come off the assembly line, Ford's one of those basics. Everybody is, not just Ford. They don't think about the aftermarket parts, putting bags on your truck and stuff like that, towing heavy. So they come naturally with what they call a rake. So the front of your truck sits lower and the butt sits high, because when you put a trailer on, it'll squat back. When you don't want to roll around looking like grandpa, you just put some money into your suspension, you put bags on, which my bags are on their way, haven't put them on yet, but it will have bags, so that when you tow, this would squat normally, but I just push a button inside the cab and it pumps my bags up and levels the truck out perfectly no matter how much I'm towing back there.
That's great. Anything else underneath with the suspension? You mentioned a few things, the sway bar. What else did you do that's under the truck?
Nothing else really under the truck. We did the radius arms, but I do have one thing about the Platinum that I love, you don't get standard on anything else, is you get the automatic drop down steps. My wife's 5 feet tall, so she's got to get in this truck somehow, and I made it even taller for her. People might call this grandpa. And a lot of people don't like this step that Ford added. They think they copied GMC, they think it doesn't look right. But honestly, like when your truck's this tall, like I'm 6'2", and this comes up to my neck, if I want to be able to get into the bed, not only is that nice to have, I also have the grandpa step. And yeah, maybe I'm getting old, but that's quite nice to have so that I can reach everything. And when I'm washing the top, I can actually reach it. And it stows away just perfectly. Super nice and easy. You don't even notice it when it's lifted this much, and you don't have step bars hanging down because they automatically fold up. Keeps it nice and sleek on the sides. Same thing on the back.
So what is the main reason why you preferred paint over a wrap?
This is partially my work truck and my fun truck, so I wanted it to last and it's not gonna chip and get damaged over time. Of course, paint can get chipped, but I guess that's the last thing that I did on the outside. I clear brawed a whole ton of this truck, and there's still more on the way. I got to clear braw my handles, but I clear brawed my rocker panels all the way back. As you can see, my wheels stick out. My wheels and tires stick out about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, maybe even 3 inches. So you can imagine those knobby things are chucking rocks. So I clear browed the rocker panels all the way back, the front bumpers, the front grille, the quarter panels on the front, half the hood, and I clear browed my lights so that they'll never fade, fog, anything like that, flake. Clear browed my mirror caps, and then I'm clear browing the tailgate, the tail lights, and then I think I'm probably gonna redo and do the whole hood, just because I don't love how these lines split when you do just this front end. It still looks good and protects what it needs to protect, because these things are just like a cinder block wall on the front. You don't get a lot of damage on the top.
Yeah.
But I think just eliminating that line, I'll end up taking that all the way.
Tell me about the cab lights. Are these something that was an add-on afterwards, or is this a standard thing that they're doing on the Platinum?
Nope, not a standard, which, you know, people have their opinions about that. But personally, I think if you're buying a truck this size, I think that that needs to be standard. I think that it's part of the aggressiveness, the look. When you're building something this big, I think that that needs to be standard. Personally, I don't want to add them after the fact. I've got a buddy that bought a truck same week as me. His didn't come with it and he wants them, but that freaks me out, having a shop drill holes in your roof. It's not from the factory.
Yeah.
So if that thing leaks, that's on you and that shop. And today's day and age, nobody wants that fight.
Gotcha. I love them.
Yeah.
Can you turn it on and we can see kind of
Yep.
it lit up right now? Yeah, that adds so much to it.
Just
especially jacked up.
Oh yeah, and at night, I mean, you see that rolling down the road. I personally love the amber look. A lot of guys, you know, they ask me if I'm gonna change those mirror lights and the cab lights to LEDs, match the front. I personally like the amber look. Gives it that semi-style look, you know. At nighttime, I think that's just killer. Especially alongside the black, you know, that thing's murdered out.
You got any other plans for any additional lighting on the exterior?
I plan to put rock lights on, which will go in the wheel wells and probably a couple underneath the frame. In the mountains, it's great, but also when you're doing stuff like this, just showing the truck off, have it parked, you know, things like that, turning that on, just having that ambient lighting is kind of a cool feature, I think.
Is it an LED where you can change the colors on it, or is
yeah,
it...
so they sell multiple packages. I'll most likely end up going with the one that you can do multicolor, just because, again, I like when I go to car shows, truck shows, things like that, then I want to be able to turn those on and have something that catches people's eye.
Well, let's get in this thing and have you walk us through some of the interior features.
Yeah, let's do it.